Hey everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 easy vegan recipes that would be perfect to put in your lunchbox for school or work. We're going to be making some PB&J energy bites, some healthy brownies, and some pizza flavored mixed nuts. This video is sponsored by Thrive Market, who I team up with on a monthly basis to bring you guys delicious content and awesome deals on groceries. I personally buy all of my non-perishable food items through Thrive Market, and I have saved so much money ever since starting to do this, and I save time too because I don't actually have to go to the store. And the good news is, if you haven't yet joined Thrive Market and you live in the US, today we're offering you guys $60 worth of free groceries from Thrive Market. All you have to do is click the link in the description of this video to check it out. And if you're already a member from Thrive, I have an extra discount for you guys. If you click the link in the description of the video, you will get a free jar of almond butter with your purchase. Finally, this video is also a collaboration with my friend Alyssa from Simply Quinoa. So we're each coming up with 3 different vegan snack ideas, and she has her own 3, and all of them look absolutely mouth-watering and delicious. I personally feel like I kind of just want to combine all of our recipes and make a lunchbox of snacks instead of having an actual meal for lunch. Is that socially acceptable? Because who cares? I'm gonna do it anyways. All right, let's get into the recipes.
So first we're going to be making our peanut butter and jelly energy bites. And to start out this recipe, we're going to be using some jam. I found this organic strawberry jam on Thrive Market and it's super delicious, so I'd recommend this, but you can obviously use whatever you want. And you're going to be using a 1 teaspoon measure to scoop out little balls of jam, and you're going to put them on some parchment paper and place that on a plate. Then we're just going to freeze those for about an hour until they get a little more hard, and in the meantime, we're going to soak some dates in some hot water just to make them a little bit more soft. Then we're going to add some oats to a food processor or blender and blend that up to form an oat flour. Then after that, we're going to add in our dates that we soaked and drained, as well as some peanut butter, because peanut butter is great. But if you do have a nut allergy, you could obviously use almond butter if it's just peanuts, or sunflower butter, etc. Then we're just going to blend all these together. And once it is finished, you should have a dough that looks something like this. So once our jelly balls have hardened, we're going to take our dough and scoop about a tablespoon of it into our hands, and you want to make a flat shape. Then you're going to place the hardened jelly in the center, and you're going to use your hands to mash the dough around it and make a stuffed energy bite. I think these are super fun. Obviously, if you don't want to bother with the jelly, you don't have to, but it does add that extra cool flavor. So once you have all of your balls, this recipe made 12 for me. You can be done here, but I got some freeze-dried strawberries on Thrive Market, so I decided to pulse those in my food processor to make a little bit of a dust. And then I just coated a few of my energy bites in that because I thought it made them look nice and pretty and pink, but that's definitely optional. You could also roll them in chia seeds or whatever, but I think these are a great snack, and look at that jelly-filled center. It's like a healthy donut. Next, we're going to be making some pizza roasted mixed nuts, and this recipe honestly reminds me of healthy flavored pizza Pringle chips. So to start out, we're going to add some nutritional yeast, Italian seasoning, tomato paste, and tamari or soy sauce into a bowl with a little bit of water. Then we're just going to mix this together until it forms an even paste, and then we're going to add in our nuts. So I decided to use almonds and cashews. Again, you could use whatever nuts you have on hand, just make sure your nut to paste ratio is the same. And we're going to spread these out onto a lined baking tray. I used a reusable silicone mat. I'll have it linked in the description of the video. Then you're just going to bake that in the oven, and you're going to take it out incrementally to toss the nuts just to make sure they're all cooking evenly. And you're going to continue this until the nuts have roasted and the paste that was on the nuts has completely dried. Then at this point, we're going to add in some chopped sun-dried tomatoes just to give a little bit of an extra pizza flavor, and stir that in, and then let the nuts cool completely on the tray before packing them into another container or snacking on them. I think this is a great lunchbox snack because you have a bunch of healthy fats and plant-based proteins from the nuts, and a lot of lunchbox snacks tend to be sweet, so this is great if you prefer more savory food. Last but not least, we're going to be making some no-bake brownies, and these were inspired by the cosmic brownies that I used to eat as a kid, and I think they taste pretty dang similar, but they're pretty healthy. So the first thing we're going to do is soak some dates in hot water again, and while those are soaking, we're going to combine some buckwheat flour, cacao powder, and salt, and just mix this all together. And buckwheat flour is great for this recipe because you can actually eat the flour raw, and it still has health benefits. So after we drain our dates, we're going to add them to a food processor with some almond butter. Again, you could use peanut butter or another nut butter if you want. You're also going to add some vanilla extract, and then you're just going to blend this, and you may need to push the mixture down the sides just a little bit, but at the end you should have a nice thick caramelly paste like you can see here. You could honestly probably just eat this with a spoon, but we gotta make the brownies because that's what this video is about. So we're going to add our date and almond butter paste into the bowl where we mixed the flour, and then we're going to add a little under 1/3 of a cup of chocolate chips. I prefer mini chips because I think they distribute into the batter more evenly, but you're just going to mix everything together. I would actually recommend using a fork first and then using your hands. It may get a little sticky, but at the end you should have a thick dough like this once you have finished. And then from there we're going to take this dough and we're going to press it into a bread pan that's been lined with some sort of paper. And the trick for this is to get your fingers just a little bit wet with water. It helps the dough not to stick to your fingers, and it helps you press things out more evenly. You can also use a spatula if you want the top to be smooth. And then once you're done with that, we're going to sprinkle about 2 more tablespoons of chocolate chips on top of the brownies to make them look more like cosmic brownies, and because chocolate chips are just amazing. I wish they made vegan rainbow chocolate chips because then these would be exactly like cosmic brownies, you know? But we're just going to refrigerate this for about 30 minutes to let everything harden a bit and make it easier to cut. And then once it's ready to cut, you're just going to remove the parchment paper from the sides, and I formed little corners and then took a knife and I cut mine into 10 pieces. You could probably get away with 8, and that's it for these brownies. They're super delicious and they are nice and fudgy. Honestly, I would totally recommend them, and these were probably my favorite snack from this video.
And that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below which snack was your favorite and which one you want to make first. And also, I think it'd be cool if you told me what your favorite lunchbox snack was as a kid. For me, it's probably a tie between Fruit Gushers and Dunkaroos because, man, that frosting was pretty good. I should try to veganize that. Also, don't forget to check out those discounted links for Thrive Market in the description of this video. And if you're new to my channel and like what you're seeing, be sure to hit that little subscribe button down there. I post 2 new videos every single week. And I think that is everything. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time of day it is for you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!